Welcome, Sens Talk.
Russell winds in, feeds it back across the check and scores! Brady Tkachuk makes it 2-0. Giroux, in alone, scores!
Tim Stutzel across, Tkachuk score! The captain, Brady Tkachuk, buries it with 1:18 to go.
See you later. Go Sens, go. Welcome to Sens Talk. My name is Brandon Plant, and I'm your host. Tonight, Ottawa took on the Winnipeg Jets as they look to extend their winning streak to a season-best 5 straight games. On top of that, Ottawa is looking to, obviously continue that streak, but they're looking to end another streak. An absolute insane streak, okay? Ottawa, not once this year, has won in the Western Hemisphere. They have not won a single game in the Western Hemisphere in the Western time zone. That's unbelievable. That streak has continued. So Ottawa's looking to put an end to that tonight. Because look, if they don't, they only have one more opportunity this year. Then that streak, they play Minnesota on Tuesday. So you don't want to go the whole year without winning a game in the Western time zone. That's got to be some sort of record. So want to win tonight, but it's going to be a tough one to get done as Ottawa takes on Cutter Hellebuyck in game number 500 in his fantastic NHL career. While the Winnipeg Jets are on a roll. This is a team that's going to be dangerous in the playoffs. So not an easy test for Ottawa tonight, but you know how it goes. When Ottawa's supposed to lose, they usually win. So let's jump into it. After the Jets would take the lead to make it 1-0, Ottawa would respond. Hell yeah, that fourth line's been so good as of late. Boris Katchouk ties it at 1. An unreal pass from Eric Brandstrom, who's looked great as of late as well, particularly in this game, as Ottawa ties it at 1 apiece. That fourth line, I said it in the thumbnail, I'll say it here, I said it on Twitter and Instagram too. The big three. Every team needs a big three. That's a basketball thing. All jokes aside, though, the big three, our fourth line, has been incredible as of late. 8+ points in the last 2 games for that fourth line. That's unbelievable. I mean, even for a first or second line, that's great production. So to get that from your fourth line, is fantastic. It is fantastic. And it's not shocking. I tweeted out the moment we got Boris Katchouk that he was going to turn into a hell of a player in the final stretch. Sort of similar to Brian Gibbons and a couple other players we've got in the past after the deadline. And it shouldn't be too much of a shock that Kastelic and Kelly and Katchouk have been fantastic as of late. These guys are playing for, their roster spots next year with Ottawa, but more so their NHL careers. Now, while Parker Kelly at this point is established, for sure will be making the team next year. The second half of the year for Parker Kelly has been one of the brightest spots of the Ottawa Senators season in the second half. For Kastelic, who I still like, wins faceoffs, cheap contract, big guy. That's what you want on your fourth line. It's no guarantee he sticks around. Ottawa was trying to move him at the deadline, right? And with Katchouk, he was dropped by the second worst team in the National Hockey League, the Chicago Blackhawks. So Ottawa, one of the worst teams in the NHL, picked him up, give him an opportunity, and he's making the best of that opportunity. He's been unbelievable as of late. 2 goals in his last 3 games. Of course, ties it up here at 1. But, I joke and say that the big three is carrying Ottawa. But no, really, that fourth line has been such a nice change of pace, where usually the bottom 6, particularly that fourth line for Ottawa, has been nothing but offensive nullness. There's no offense coming from that fourth line until now. So it's a great sign, potentially, of what's to come. You gotta be smart about this. You still need some scorers in that bottom 6. But I am very happy. Obviously, you bring back Parker Kelly. I bring back Mark Kastelic too. He wins faceoffs. Nearly 6 out of 10 faceoffs he wins, which is way above league average. On a league minimum contract, you bring him back. That is a no-brainer, in my opinion. But you do want to have some offense in that bottom 6. So if Boris Katchouk is the fourth line guy and could continue this, great. But I'd bring him back even as the 13th forward if he's not even on that fourth line. He's solid depth. He's so physical, a great skater. He's got some good offensive awareness as well, and clearly has some chemistry with Kelly and Kastelic. So that fourth line has been spectacular, and they're obviously playing for their NHL careers. So obviously, you can't expect them to keep up this pace throughout an entire 82-game season. But, the chemistry's there, and that's certainly something to be encouraged about. So we continue on in this game, and Joonas Korpisalo, he's been unbelievable as of late. Won his last 5 out of 6 starts going into this one. He was fantastic again tonight, making some 10-bell saves as Ottawa would take the lead after some huge stops from Joonas Korpisalo. Ottawa would take advantage and take the lead for the first time in this one. Brady Tkachuk has a puck deflected off Scheifele, go right to Ridley Gregg, and Ridley Gregg, who has a great nose for the net, puts it home. Ottawa leads for the first time in this one. It's 2-1 Sanders. The Riddler, Ridley Gregg, makes it 2-1 Sens as we head to the second intermission. So somehow Ottawa, who, has been playing toe-to-toe, so to speak, with the Winnipeg Jets, as I've already mentioned, a fantastic team. But Joonas Korpisalo is a big reason why Ottawa has the lead. He's made some big stops, and that will continue into the third period of play as Ottawa and Winnipeg are playing a very fierce battle. I mean, this was a really good game. After a very sleepy first period, the second and third period were action-packed, and that would continue in the third period of play as Joonas Korpisalo, I was not familiar with your game. After the Jets would score on the power play, they tied at 2 apiece. A nice tip out front, not really much of a chance there for Joonas Korpisalo. My goodness. After Korpisalo behind the net, played the puck, they took a shot on net with the wide open empty net. Obviously, you would think that's going in, but no. Here comes Superman, or should I say Korpisalo. Is that a plane? Is that a bird? No, it's Korpisalo diving into the crease, making an unreal stop to keep this still tied at 2-2. Biggest save of the night, obviously. One of the best saves of the year for Joonas Korpisalo. So we continue on with a couple minutes left. Ottawa gets a power play, and they make no mistake about it. Jake Sanderson keeps it in to keep the play alive, and then Stützle, to his best friend, Brady Tkachuk, puts it home. El Capitano, and Ottawa strikes late on the power play goal as El Capitano, Brady Tkachuk, points to the crowd, to his grandparents in the crowd, as Ottawa leads by a goal. Again, it's 3-2. You just love to see it. You love to see Tkachuk pointing to his grandparents in the crowd. That's why we love sports. What a moment there. And by the way, look at all those Sens fans cheering after that one. You love to see all the Sens fans in the crowd, as Ottawa is only a couple minutes away from winning 5 in a row and winning their first game in the Western Hemisphere this season. But it would not be easy. Ottawa would go to the penalty kill at 6-on-4 with the empty net for the Winnipeg Jets. Zub to the box. You can debate that penalty all you want, but we go to a penalty kill, and Ottawa, you know what? It was not easy. Korpisalo had to make some huge stops. There were some big blocks, but Ottawa would hold on as Ottawa wins 3-2 over the Winnipeg Jets. Joonas Korpisalo, what a performance. 6 out of his last 7 games have equaled wins as Ottawa has won 5 straight games, and they've taken down the Winnipeg Jets to get their first win in the West this season. Let's go! The unbelievable record is finally over as Ottawa takes down the Jets 3-2 in an unbelievable game. Once again, that fourth line looked fantastic. I also thought Drake Batherson looked really good. He had a lot of odd man rushes going the other way. Unfortunately, couldn't put one in the back of the net, but I thought he was buzzing tonight. Obviously, Tkachuk got involved on that second and tying goal, and of course, the winning goal. So a big game as usual for El Capitano, who's 2 goals away from tying his career high of 35 goals, 33 goals this year for, El Capitano, Brady Tkachuk. So not a bad year for the captain, that's for sure. Plus, of course, him and his wife are expecting a child, which is fantastic news. Mazel tov to them, of course. But yeah, once again, great win. Korpisalo has been playing unbelievable as of late, and expect him to start, of course, on Tuesday against Minnesota. But yeah, 5 wins in a row. Ottawa is out of the playoffs, but, at least they're making things exciting at the end. And, it sucks because the draft lottery odds are certainly slipping, but I'm not the one to cheer for the team to lose. So, you know what? I don't care when it is. If they win, and I'm happy when they win. So, it was fun to watch that one tonight. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. As always, I'll see you all soon. Go Sens, go. And by the way, to everyone that celebrates, happy Easter. Enjoy your day tomorrow. Go Sens, go.